I woke up with like a little spot over my lip and it was barely noticeable, but don't worry guys, I picked it, now it's really obvious. Hello. I really need to find a way of being significantly less awkward when I do this. Welcome to, or welcome back to my channel, I don't know. Wanted to try something a bit different today because I've run out of ideas. Obviously one of my biggest success stories, I don't know, on social media has been all of the filter picks my makeup videos. They have done disconcertingly well on almost every platform, which, you know, I'm incredibly grateful for. But there's only so many times I can do them. I need them to make new ones. But I really like the idea of the whole something basically picks your makeup for it and you have to try and make it work. So I've seen people doing coloured pencils to pick their makeup or use like Skittles or just sweets and stuff. So I thought, I wanted to do something along those lines. But the one thing I liked about the filter thing was obviously it was a little bit more than just a colour. There was themes to it. It used emojis and different shapes and blah blah blah. I figured I could kind of combine the two, maybe. So what I actually did was I wrote down lists of like colours, designs and styles and shapes and stuff, and I'm gonna use some dice. Or more specifically, I'm going to use a lot of dice. Yeah, I thought it would be fun to leave my fate in the hands of the tabletop gaming gods and just see what happens. I don't know how it's going to go, so I also have to try and film TikToks in between this, so there's going to be a lot of overlap. I'm going to be cutting a lot. It's going to be so awkward. Don't ask me what's going on with my hair because I don't know. I cleaned my hand mirror for you guys. I hope you realise how much effort is going into this. I don't really want to make it work. Anyhow, I feel like we kind of just need to get into it because otherwise I'm going to procrastinate like a bitch. So I like the idea of trying to turn this into a series. Obviously, we'll see how it goes today. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, like even slightly. But yeah, I guess the general concept is I roll the dice and then I do whatever it lands on. I have like a few different categories and some of them are a little bit vague, I guess, because I wanted to leave some of it open to interpretation so that I could have a bit more creative freedom. Because the filter thing was fun, but obviously you were limited to the specific design. I like the idea of rolling in it being like you have to do heart eyebrows or something, using it as a way to try and like kickstart my creativity back up. First thing that I'm going to roll the dice for is going to be the brows, mainly so I know whether I need to block them out or not. I basically got the standard dice from like a D&D game. And for each category there's a different number of options. So for example, colours I've got 20, foundation I've only got 4. I tried to match the list up to a particular dice. For eyebrows I have 4 options, so we're going in with the D4. So I'm now going to roll the dice to decide, but I might just cut in the clip. And 3 relates to funky. Oh god. So straight off the bat we got funky. I don't know why I wrote funky. Eyebrows. This is going to be interesting. Basically the idea behind funky brows was I have a list of like shapes. I don't know why I said shapes. Shapes are shapes. Basically one of those is going to be the interpretation for my eyebrows. So for shapes I have a list of 20, so we're going in with a D20, which is my favourite dice. The theme for these funky brows? Fire! So we're doing fire brows. I don't even know what that means. Okay, this seemed like a good idea at the time, but so it's time to get stuck into this, I guess. I don't know if this made the hair better or worse. I'm thinking worse. So we're going in with the brow block first. I did actually do a brow block in my other video as well, so depending on which one is first, this may be the first time you see it, this may be the second time. It's not a very interesting process to watch. Now, oh god. I spilled my setting powder everywhere again. Why do I always do this? Oh, that was way too much powder. My makeup station is kinda sus. Oh, I hate myself a little bit for that. Okay, so this is a vaguely acceptable brow block. Considering I have like no brows, you'd think I'd be really good at them by now, but nope. So before I go on to actually put the brows on, I need to obviously find out what kind of base I'm going to have so I can apply that first and then do the brows on top. So for foundations, again, we have 4 options. I go back in with a D4. Pray for me. Decide foundation. 4. Off. So base colour foundation is going to be a coloured one. So I have a list of 20 colours, so we need to use a D20 to decide what colour my face is going to be. Voila! Okay, so any hopes of this being a kind of semi-acceptable normal makeup look has just gone completely out of the window now because we're going for dark red face paint. I had a hair clip around here somewhere. Okay, the hair is definitely going up for this one. Swishy. Okay, if we're going in with full face paint, I definitely need to put some kind of moisturiser on my face. I don't know why I made weird eye contact with the camera then, that was creepy. Okay, so the red that I have is not, it's kind of dark, but it's not that dark. Might mix in a bit of a darker colour just to... I had some kind of spatula for this exact purpose and now I can't find it. Never mind, I found it. So we're going to take a scoop of the red. That is nowhere near enough for my face. That might just about cover my forehead. Ooh. Oh, the texture of this is grim. Okay, I'm going to add like a tiny bit of dark blue and see what kind of colour that makes. See what kind of colour that makes. It's going to make purple. I did go to school, I promise. Yeah, that's looking a bit more promising for a dark red. Okay, here goes nothing, I guess. Oh, this is thick. I almost don't want to do this. There we go, I'll start at it now. Oh, that is dark. Okay, so with like the coloured pencils, Pick My Makeup videos and people using sweets and things like that, they'll choose like a colour for their foundation and then they'll choose a different one for concealer and contour and everything like that. The way that I wanted to kind of do it, because otherwise it would literally take me all day just to make the decisions, let alone actually do the makeup, was basically concealer I would keep as like normal, in line with whatever colour there was, just because it makes life a little bit easier. Oh, good God. For example, with this, I will go in with like a lighter red pinky colour for like concealer. What I will do as well is I will bring this down onto my neck because the amount of videos I've seen with people doing like the coloured foundation and then they keep it just on their face and it looks weird. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all out with it. I'm going to commit. What was I saying? The face paint does not taste good. I just need to concentrate to try and get around all of my piercing. This is not a good look. Okay, so the colour is a wee bit patchy, but I'm hoping with powder and other things I can kind of balance that out a bit. I hope. Teletubby who? Okay, so obviously as I said, I'm not going to be rolling the dice to choose a colour for concealer or anything like that. I'll do it for like a contour, but concealer we are just going in with what would be the concealer colour for whatever this is. Take a bit more of that red, and then I have this like, it's not quite pink, I don't know, it's like a weird salmon? Maybe add a tiny bit of white as well. I mixed way too much. Okay, I'm going to go in with this colour and then maybe add a little bit more white over the top. Okay, so this is a concealer brush and it's synthetic, so hopefully it will work, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, that is nowhere near light enough. Kind of, maybe. Actually, it's not too bad. So because this isn't like dramatically lighter, I am going to add a bit to the forehead just to at least try and bring a bit of depth. I'm going to go in like a couple more places just to add a bit more. Not too sure how this is picking up on this camera. In my phone, it looks horrendous. Oh, I'm so shiny! I'm going to go in with like a tiny bit of white again just to add some depth to this. I don't know why I'm still talking about this as if this is just, you know, a normal everyday makeup look. It's not. Is this better? I can't tell. Okay, this is nightmare fuel at the very least. You're welcome. So I'm going to go in with an odd sponge just to see if I can like even out some of the application. And then we'll go in with powder. Oh, RIP the sponge. Oh, it looks kind of pretty though. Okay, so I think all I've really successfully done is accentuate all the dry patches on my forehead. So that's, you know, there's that. So the next thing I need to do is obviously go in with an absolute ton of powder to set this. I'm going to be going back in with my lovely RCMA No Colour Powder. I can't say that too quickly. RC. Honestly. I feel like I need some kind of bib when I do this powder application because it goes f***ing everywhere. We're just gonna... Oh. Now that I've successfully given myself grey hair and given my face the texture of, I don't know, raw bread dough, there is powder everywhere. So the next thing that we need to decide is the contour colour. Again, we're going to go back to the colour list with the D20 and pray. Contour? Ooh. Okay, so for contour we have purple, which I'm not mad about. I at least have colour theory in my favour with this one, so it shouldn't look too bad. Oddly enough, I don't have a purple contour, but I do have several palettes with lots of purple in them. So because contour is more like cool toned, because it's not bronzer or anything like that, it's meant to mimic shadows and shape the face. So I want to go in with more of a cool toned purple, which is leaning more towards the blue side rather than the red side. So I've managed to find like these 4 shades. I'm leaning to either this one or this one. I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so that was a shade from the Be Perfect Stacey Marie Interstellar Carnival palette. Okay, I've not dipped into any of the purples on this, so I'm actually very excited. So obviously because it's contour and it's all about angling the face, I'm going to go in with like an angled brush. I'm nervous. I really don't want to ruin this palette. Okay, maybe I don't know as much about colour theory as I thought I did. Okay, maybe I need to try using a smaller brush so I can like pack on the colour a bit more. Oh, it just looks dirty. It kind of looks like I've been down the mines, but in hell. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have set the face quite so thoroughly with the powder because I am having to work for this. This definitely would have been easier to blend out had it been a liquid, but live, laugh, learn. Ugh. I don't know why I said that. It's definitely a vibe. I'm not sure what the vibe is. I might go in with like a slightly warmer purple just to see if I can bring out a little bit of the actual purple colour, because at the minute, I mean, it's just kind of reading. Ugh. I'm gonna go ahead and try and add some contour to the nose. Well, that showed up. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what nose shape we're going for, but so I have this super gross looking, it's the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Volume 2 palette, it's all the purpley colours. So I'm just going to go back in with the same brush to try and like keep it all together. Did that even make a difference? I think I now just managed to make my nose look really wonky. I'm trying to imagine it like with the neck included as well, because obviously right now with the separate it looks f***ing stupid. I've just remembered that the colours that I've just used are notorious for staining. Okay, stay tuned for that. So next up is going to be the eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, angled smoky eye, and the colour, turquoise. Okay, so when I say like angled smoky eye, like it's a weird description, but like I'll put up a few images of the kind of thing that I mean, except that I somehow have to do this with turquoise. Okay, so in order for this to work, I feel like I need to take off some of the red around the eyes and just pray. This is gonna look so trash. I'm thinking if I go in with like a base, it might help. I hope. I'm going to put a little bit of white base over the eyes to try and give them something to blend the turquoise into. This could go horrendously wrong, please don't judge me. Okay, so I'm taking some creative liberties with how I do this because otherwise I don't think it's going to work. So basically I'm just going to try and go in with like a light dusting of turquoise over the whole lid, and then I can deepen up the whole like angle. You can see where it meets the red, that it just does not blend. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise Acid Rain base in Nitro. Try and help build up some of the like angled shape, and hopefully I can build up a bit more of the colour and it won't look like this. Just going from bad to worse. I still have to try and add eyebrows to this as well. Not just any eyebrows, flame eyebrows. I've grabbed the Love Tahiti Carnival palette because obviously it's got some good pigment in there. So I've dipped into like the super dark blue and vaguely dark turquoise. So hopefully we can... I mean, that's just blue. That is just a very patchy, very poorly blended blue. It's definitely looking a lot more blue than it is turquoise, so I need to try and fix that by going in with some green. I'm going to try and just take some green on a fluffy brush and just blend it over some of the darker blue areas, and hopefully that will... It's kind of going a bit more turquoise, I think. Okay, this has gone more like, I don't know, peacock green rather than actually turquoise. I am struggling over here. Definitely gone a little bit too green now, I think, so. Whoa. That was maybe a bit too bright. Do you know what? It's kind of giving me like 80s sci-fi alien, but like B-movie sci-fi. Like I said, let me try adding to the under eye. See if that does anything. Ah, okay, so it's definitely something. Okay, so I think I've done probably as best as I can with it at this point. I'm gonna see if eyeliner is to be added, and if it is, hopefully I can just cover it all up. Okay, we're gonna go for the eyeliner style now. I have like 12 different things written down. Some of them are very specific and some of them are a bit more vague. So... eyeliner. Okay, so adding to my theory of it looking like terrible 80s B-movie sci-fi alien, we now are adding 60s style mod eyeliner. I don't know if it is mod, that was just how I wrote it down. Please don't come for me if I was wrong. I'm going to go in with a water activated liner because why wouldn't I want to make this more difficult for myself? I'm not going to roll for colour on this one, I am just going to stick with black because I need something to try and bring this back. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work. The 60s was the super rounded liner and eye shape, and obviously I've got the angle going up, and theirs was like a downturn liner, so this... mistakes have definitely been made here. Even though I feel like I can't exactly make this any worse, still a like don't breathe moment. Maybe I should have chosen a colour. You can't really see it. It's the little lashes underneath that always f*** up for me, but they settle in all of my lines and then just look like they're all like I've already f***ed up. It's giving me like Vision meets Clockwork Orange. Okay, I need to stop being so negative. We can turn this around, we can make it work. I hope. I don't even know what's next on my list of things. Of course, I haven't done the bloody eyebrows. We somehow need to do flame eyebrows. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't think there's any way that I can do it badly. I'm not going to bother doing coloured. I think I'm just going to go in with a black and do them that way. I mean, I'm going to try and match this like shape on the other side and then build it up from there. I mean, I could just leave them like this. No. try and go for symmetry, like, what? They're kind of even. I feel like there's definitely some more colour needed, or more like variation in colour on the face. Like it feels very flat. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see what colour, like, blush to try and add. I'm scared. Blush. I feel like it's safe to say that this look is a little bit of a write-off. I'm thinking if I can try and use like an almost yellowy green and keep it really light, I might be able to... Who am I kidding? This is not gonna go well. I'm gonna go in with the key lime colour from the Love to Heat You palette, just because it is that very like yellowy green. I'm scared. It kind of just comes up yellow. And let me try the Interstellar palette, because that one has a slightly more green. I mean, it's green. Okay, so I am going to go in with a little bit of yellow just around some of the edges to try and at least blend it out a little bit. It has not particularly made an improvement. The final step is lip. Okay, I have a fresh liner. I'm just going to use that to line my lips because I can't be bothered to try and find a pencil. I mean, I'm still not sure. Okay, so the black lipstick kind of works. I can't think, it's giving me weird, crappy devil vibes. So I'm going to bring the red a bit further down onto my neck, because this is just... I'm thinking a giant pair of lashes, maybe some lenses too. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling the lashes. I'm still not entirely sure what else to do with this lip to try and salvage it. Have I saved it? Okay, so now we get to go back in with our original red colour. Go and bring it down onto the neck area. So again, like I said, this will hopefully make it look a bit less disjointed. Less disjointed? More jointed? This sounds stupid, but it kind of feels like Hades, but red. Like Disney Hades, but red. Okay, I'm gonna go off and put like lenses in and change out of this and try and do my hair. Do those proper final touches to try and bring it together. So yeah. I don't know if the hood is a bit too much. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this has kind of grown on me. I don't know if it's just because I was using like the dice, but it does give me very like demon tiefling kind of vibes. But yeah, I don't hate it as much as I did the entire time I was applying it. It's definitely not where I was expecting to end up when I decided to use dice. But yeah, it's... I guess this is the result of letting these little f***ers choose what I put on my face. Obviously I am going to be posting like the shortened version of this over on TikTok, Instagram, and I will put it on YouTube as well, just so you can choose to watch the short or long form version. I like the idea of turning this into like a kind of series for me to do, because obviously there's a lot of different options and there's a lot of creativity involved in it. And I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. It's definitely a challenge. Do you guys want me to carry on with this as a kind of ongoing series? If you have any ideas for like things that I could add to the lists that I've got, that'd be really cool, because obviously the more options I have, the longer I can keep going with it. But yeah, it's been a few hours now, so I'm gonna go take this all off and pray to every known and unknown entity in the universe that this does not stain me.